Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mindfulness channel. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Thank you for watching and thank you for your support. Please remember, if you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and please remember to share and to like. Share it to your friends, your family, all your social media pages, and also leave your comments and questions on topics that you want me to answer and topics that you want me to cover. Now, let's go to our topic, boundaries. Let me finish the boundaries topic that we started discussing, right? If you want the old video, the first video to this, please check the link below. So, what are boundaries? As I explained in the first video, I'm just going to recap quickly. Boundaries are values, ethics, and beliefs that governs or that we live by. They are influenced by family, culture, religion, and life events. So I was talking about, who do you build boundaries with? Everybody. You set boundaries with everyone. Because in every relationship, you have to let people know what your values are, what you live by, what you stand by, what your beliefs are, and what your ethics are, how you want people to treat you, how you want people to talk to you, how you want people to act to you. Your needs, your desires needs to be explained, needs to be spoken to out, and needs to be known in every relationship that you set. At work, with church, everywhere, with everybody, and even with yourself. Because you have to know your own values and you have to know your own boundaries so you can enforce it and respect it to yourself. When it comes to boundaries, it's not the other person to enforce it. No, it is your responsibility to enforce boundaries. It is the other person's choice to respect it or not to respect it. And it's your choice that if they do not respect your boundaries, you enforce it. And if they don't like it, you make the choice to walk away when it comes to boundaries. So, how do you know that you've enforced healthy boundaries? Well, when you are evaluating that, you have to evaluate. You have to know that it is not your responsibility to heal others. It is not your responsibility, or it's not for you to please others at the expense of yourself. When you're in a relationship, when you have with family, with friends, with loved ones, and you are pleasing them at your own expense, then you are not building a healthy boundary for yourself. You have to be able to identify, you have to be able to make sure that everything that you do is not at the expense of yourself. You have to make sure that you are not making it work when the efforts are not mutual. Meaning that you're not the only person calling all the time. You're not the only person texting all the time. You're not the only person checking up on that person all the time. It has to be mutual. So you don't need to make it work because eventually you will want that. So if they are not putting anything forth, it's not for you when you realize that you continuously compromise, when you are always compromising your values, when you are always compromising your beliefs, when you are always compromising how you want to be treated, then you don't have a healthy boundary or you are not enforcing your boundaries. You might have a healthy boundary, but when you are not enforcing that boundary, then there's no use in having boundaries. So if you continue to compromise your own values, your own beliefs, then it means that you are not respecting yourself and you are not enforcing your boundaries. When it is not your responsibility to stop people from tiptoeing around you, especially when they don't want to respect your boundaries. Therefore, they try to tiptoe. Part of reinforcing your boundary is to making sure that when somebody starts tiptoeing around you, it's not your place to make them comfortable when they are not respecting your boundaries just because you have boundaries. It is not your responsibility to anticipate the other person's needs. No. Don't anticipate their needs. They have to express their needs the same way they cannot anticipate your needs. You have to express your needs and you have to enforce it. You don't need to change yourself so that you'll be liked. You don't need to do things just so that the other person can like you. How do you know that your boundaries are healthy? When you listen to your needs and your desires, and you express your needs and your desires, and you make sure that your needs and your desires are met. When you respect yourself and your time, when you are true to yourself, when you are able to be yourself around people, around the person, without having to change who you are. For example, if you like dancing and you go somewhere and there's good music, good high life music, and you want to dance, but just because your significant other has warned or does not like or caused that public display and does not like that, you just sit there like a statue, like you're not enjoying it. Under normal circumstances, if you are there with your best friend, you will get up and you will dance. Why not get up and dance? Be true to who you are. Being able to walk away when you are not being valued. That is how you enforce it. When you have boundaries, when you let your values, your beliefs, your needs, your desires known, and the person is not respecting it, they are not valuing you. So it's okay to walk away. Don't be mad. It is their choice to respect it or not. But it is your responsibility to make sure that you enforce your boundaries. And if it's not being respected, to walk away. Being able to say no when it is not in alignment with your better health. So, for example, in the earlier video, I said I'm Ghanaian and families are very intertwined. So, in most Ghanaian cultures or in most African cultures, when there are some family members that are not financially well to do, they rely on the one that is or those who are financially well to do, regardless of or who they think who are but who they think they are much more well to do, regardless of what if the person can afford to help or if the person cannot afford to help. And normally the expectation is that you should as soon as it's asked. But most of the time, the people that present to be well to do really don't have it like that to take care of somebody else. But because of the culture expectations and the culture beliefs that is being governed by them, they tend not to be able to say no when it is not aligned with their health, the betterment of their health. So they tend to say yes to every request instead of saying no. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to let them know that, no, this is not, I can't afford to do this right now. And that is the hardest part as a Ghanaian, to be able to set healthy boundaries with family and being able to say, this is not in alignment with me at this moment, so I'm going to say no. So being able to say no, learning to say no, learning to be assertive with your no. That is when you're going to know that your boundaries are healthy. Remember, it is your responsibility to enforce your boundaries and to let them not be known. And it's the other person's responsibility or choice to respect it or not respect it. And if they don't respect it, remember, it is okay to walk away and value yourself. As usual, thank you for watching. And at Mindfulness BHS, hearts are healed and hopes are restored. Have a great time. Thank you.